When we look closely at our history, it's clear that basic research is the key to building strong and lasting industry. And a long-term focus on basic education creates the fertile environment we need for future generations of talent to grow. Basic education is the first step, and our prosperity is sown in the classroom. Teaching, more than any other profession, should be honored as the greatest possible profession. A dream for outstanding young people who want to do more. Because good things happen when our brightest minds develop even brighter minds.
Let's start.
We are live.
Hello, world.
There's no mistaking when the sunlight's calling. Ready now for all the
Hi, intelligent world. Thanks, intelligent car. Let's discover the universe with supercomputing power. Now, we can explore Mars in class. With a vision to bring digital to every person, home, and organization. Together with our partners, Huawei is building the Horizon digital platform and ecosystem, integrating new ICT technology and bringing an intelligent world to life through digital transformation. This isn't magic, it's intelligent finance, envisioning business opportunities. You'll never miss a moment in the high-speed world of investing. This isn't science fiction. It's intelligent transportation, linking vast distances, connecting business centers, suburbs, and the outskirts. A city's blueprints can redefine efficiency for everyone. This isn't fantasy, it's reality. Intelligent campus and intelligent city are on the rise. With intelligent brains that think on their own. This isn't the future. This is now. Hi, intelligent world.
Hi, welcome to day 2 of our Industrial Digital Transformation Conference. Today, we're going to explore some of Huawei's newest products and flagship solutions. They're all powered by unique Huawei 5G technology and integrate AI to help enterprises digitally transform. First up, we're going to hear from Huawei Enterprise Vice President Sun-Fu Yo about how the new Huawei Campus solution redefines what a campus is and can be.
Dear customers, partners, guests, and media friends, affected by Black Swan, the coronavirus incident, the Mobile World Congress 2020 has been officially canceled, which prompted us to move our planned events online. We would like to take this opportunity to pay the deepest respect to the medical professionals and the related personnel working at the front line. At the same time, this incident and something happened have triggered some fresh ideas from us. At this moment, we are truly aware of that. Digital technologies are reshaping the world, and benefiting all of us. On the other hand, the risks of trade, politics, and natural disasters have skyrocketed recently. The scientists detected a record high temperature ever in Antarctica. We do not know what will fall upon us tomorrow. Now, do we know which black swan will hit us in the future? As the external environment of enterprise becomes increasingly complicated and unpredictable, we strongly recommend that the business continuity management BCM should become a vital corporate level strategy. Enterprises that intend to be the company for ages need to consider BCM, because not only can it resolve the severe impact caused by emergencies, it may even turn crises into opportunities. Gartner's latest report backed our viewpoint that BCM can help enterprises achieve their strategic objectives in the long term, which include the recovery of basic service processes, such as service recovery plan, work area recovery, and employee response plan and training, IT disaster recovery and service continuity management, supplier risk and emergency management, crisis and emergency management. Digital transformation is effective to address various black swan incidents and uncertain challenges, and therefore have become the competitive edge of many aspiring enterprises. For example, Huawei's cloud-based WeLink system has become a highly efficient online collaboration and office communication platform. We firmly believe that ICT systems have become many enterprises' key production systems and core assets, and should naturally be included in enterprise BCM consideration. The diversified supply strategy for ICT equipment, also known as Plan B strategy, can serve as an important measure to ensure BCM. When selecting suppliers, enterprises should evaluate the openness and the standardization of technologies and avoid the use of proprietary protocols. The life cycle of legacy technologies should also be properly managed. We strongly suggest that enterprises prepare the diversified supply strategy in case of emergencies and perform supplier automation and process alignment in advance. Diversified supply may be unnecessary for the implementation of a single technology, but it's strategically necessary. The diversified supply strategy can help minimize the impact of supplier interruption and out of service caused by emergency, ensuring the continuous operations of enterprise core business. In addition, enterprises will not be locked in by any single vendor. The free competition between suppliers will allow enterprises to fully enjoy the benefits brought by technological innovation. Gartner estimates that 80% of enterprises in the near future will require at least 2 new strategic equipment providers. Huawei provides customers with a global business network. It needs to be stable ever at all times. Business continuity guarantees our customer service and helps us to survive. Huawei has been developing systematic business continuity management systems, so-called BCMS, since 2006, with over a decade of effort. We have established an end-to-end BCM mechanism in all domains, covering R&D, procurement, manufacturing, logistics, global technical service, finance, IT, and network infrastructure. We also set BCM organizations, developed incident management plans and business continuity plans, organized training and drills. These activities helped us improve our business continuity awareness and emergency response capabilities, effectively ensure the business continuity. In recent years, the world witnessed many risks such as natural disasters, wars, and political, economic trade incidents. Despite difficulties, Huawei maintained high-speed growth. In 2019, Huawei achieved an annual sales revenue of about $120 billion, with a year-on-year growth of 18%. This is inseparable from Huawei's BCM systems and mechanisms, which have been making unique sense during this challenging and difficult time. Huawei is willing to break the barriers of the past profit pattern to get out of the comfort zone and support customers, ICT and BCM systems. We create more value for customers based on our leading technical advantages in 5G, optical, IP, and AI. As a leading 5G company, Huawei has contributed more than 23,000 5G NR proposals to 3GPP, accounting for more than 20% of the total. Huawei has worked with industry partners to jointly develop the first version of 3GPP 5G standard. As a leader in the global optical industry, Huawei has contributed about 60% of the industry's core standard by the end of 2019, and has accumulated more than 7,000 globally authorized patents, accounting for 42% of the industry. Huawei's optical network market share has ranked #1 in global market for more than 10 consecutive years. In the IP field, Huawei has contributed 16% of Wi-Fi 6 standards and more than 60% of drafts for next generation routing protocol, segment routing V6, both ranking #1 in the industry. Huawei's data center network and intent-driven campus network were recognized as Gartner Customers' choice. In the AI field, Huawei is the only vendor that provides full-stack, full-scenario AI solutions for the cloud, edge, and device. Today, together with my colleagues, we are announcing Huawei's enterprise flagship solutions and a series of products, including the innovative high campus, high DC, and 4 startup products, Wi-Fi 6, DC 908, Smart Li, and Dorado V6. They will bring more excellent and innovative choice to enterprise customers in 2020, a year that is bound to be extraordinary. In this intelligent world, digital transformation of campuses, industries, and cities is entering into a new phase. 5G, together with technologies such as AI, cloud, big data, and IoT, has created huge potentials for innovation in various industries. Relying on Huawei's advantages in 5G, optical transmission, digital platforms, and AI, Huawei's high campus solution can implement fully wireless, optical, and intelligent network services to build next-generation campuses. Smart campuses are the foundation of the intelligent world. According to the market insight by Huawei's Enterprise Business Group, over 90% of enterprise employees worldwide work on campuses, and over 80% of GDP and more than 90% of innovations are generated here. For individuals, campuses represent a more convenient working and living environment. For enterprises, campuses represent production and offices with higher efficiency. Currently, enterprise campus networks are facing many challenges, such as poor access experience, high network energy consumption, and inefficient business innovation. As the number of users increases, the Wi-Fi experience of campus users decreases sharply. In the meantime, the power consumption of campus networks keeps increasing. This not only increases the enterprise costs, but also places great pressure on the environmental protection work. Furthermore, the innovation speed of campus business cannot meet expectations. Typically, in CEO's mind, they hope to launch new services within 1 week, but CIOs usually need 6 to 9 months to deploy. Huawei's high campus solution can achieve revolutionary innovations in 3 aspects. To begin with, our engine Wi-Fi 6 series products, powered by Huawei 5G technology, achieve 10 gigabits per second, 10 milliseconds latency, and 20% larger coverage radius compared with the industry standard, achieving high quality, fully wireless access across campuses. This is a competitive edge over the wired and wireless access mode of traditional campus networks. In addition, the campus optics network solution implements a fully optical network. It has simplified the campus network architecture through the evolution from multiple copper cables of traditional campuses to the single fiber. This eco-friendly solution can heavily reduce the equipment room space and the network failure points, as well as energy consumption. Furthermore, AI-powered network management enables highly efficient O&M, whereby one technician can maintain the network of an entire campus. Leveraging its leading technological advantages in 5G optical network, IP and AI, Huawei offers a powerful and innovative technology portfolio and brings unique business value for customers. For example, 5G plus IP, IP plus optical, and IP plus AI, and so on. When designing the next generation Wi-Fi 6 product, we introduced multiple 5G technologies, such as radio frequency algorithm and technologies, OFDMA plus multi-user MIMO, co-scheduling, smart antennas, and software-defined radio, as well as 5G networking concept into the IP field. The combination of 5G technologies and IP innovations brings us the next generation Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 and delivers the lightning speed, always on mobility, and 100 megabits per second at everywhere, creating inspiring business value to our customers. Huawei also closely works with customers in innovative commercial uses in various scenarios, such as office automation, retail chain, education, healthcare, and manufacturing. We have converged optical and IP technologies in campus network, bring brand new imagination and business value to our customers by changing transmission medium and network architecture. Today, we are announcing Huawei's optical campus architecture, IP plus POL, campus optics for short. This architecture uses fiber to transform the traditional layered switching architecture. As you know, the existing vendors typically are too lazy and unwilling to change traditions, but Huawei would like to. This architecture inherits the IP network's advantages of elastic capacity, agile policy, service automation, and intelligent operation and maintenance. In addition, it integrates the advantages of optical technology in the network connect, including the eco-friendly design, low power consumption, small footprint, long life cycle, and simple and high networking efficiency, ultra bandwidth, wide coverage, high availability. According to the comprehensive network solution evaluation by Owen, a third-party consulting company. Huawei's IP plus POL solution massively outperforms the traditional layered switching campus solutions. Huawei's campus optics solution has been widely used around the world and recognized by industry customers for the last 1 year. Here are several typical application scenarios. The first scenario is the airport campus. Huawei's campus optics solution can effectively prevent electromagnetic interference. In addition, the solution combines the large bandwidth and long-distance coverage capability to provide unique added value for customers. The second scenario is the education campus. Most educational institutions have limited IT resources and technical capabilities, but a large number of users. Huawei's campus optics solution uses passive optical fibers to greatly reduce the number of IT equipment rooms and network failure points. In addition, Huawei's campus optics solution can effectively reduce the number of service networks like cable TV, VoIP, pouch, Internet by integrating multiple networks into one. The solution effectively reduces network construction costs and improves network value. At last, in the office campus, we combine the optical and Wi-Fi 6. It effectively supports full wireless office, simplifies campus network construction, and slashes down cabling costs. In general, Huawei campus optics solution has numerous advantages such as ultra broadband capacity, low power consumption, and simple O&M. As the intelligent O&M solution for smart campuses, iMOOC supports different services, multi-vendor access, multi-cloud management, and heterogeneous networks. With iMOOC and NCE, customers can increase their resource efficiency by 20%, enhance user experience by 15%, boost O&M efficiency by 30%, and reduce the troubleshooting time from hours to minutes by benefiting from 3 major features as intelligence, openness, and full-stack monitoring. The future is now. The only thing that will not change is change itself. This is the only beginning. We are on the road. Thank you.
Hi, it's not only campuses that are transforming in the intelligent era, data centers are too. To find out how and why, let's hand over to Wing-King Lung, CTO of Huawei Enterprise.
Hi, morning. This is WK calling from UK. Thank you very much for joining this section today. So HiDis is actually the architecture solution that we developed to enable our customer for digital transformation. So in this section, we will talk about what it is, what it is targeting at, the basic principle that we base on when we develop this architecture, what building block it is consisting of, the technical initiative that we believe for all this building block, And finally, we will also give you a snapshot of some of the products that we roll out recently that are developed based on the high DC approach. So let's start digital transformation. So we believe nowadays the whole market is fully aware of the value, the potential, the importance of digital transformation, no matter from vendors or from customer perspectives. So it's no longer the question of why and when, but how. So to us, a big part of digital transformation is actually talking about how to maximize the value of the data, but at the same time minimize the cost and also shorten the time to generate or create the value of data. So based on our observation, evaluation, and also the feedback from the market, it seems there's still a missing link that customers still find difficult to access the data, to manipulate, to analyze the data, and also to use the data. So High DC is actually the platform we developed to address the so-called missing link. So at the very high level, it's actually talking about two different layers. So the intelligent data layer is actually talking about effective data lifecycle management tools so that people can make use of it, for which can manipulate, access, or use the data effectively. That's what the digital transformation is all about. And this intelligent data, in turn, is actually enabled by the intelligence infrastructure, which is the solution that they're able to allocate the resource dynamically and effectively to support the data every single stage of the data lifecycle management. So High DC, in short, is actually a platform consists of two layers, address the what we call the digital transformation problems. So let's go down into detail. High DC is actually consists of different building blocks, and there are different technology initiatives to continue to improve the capability of each of these building blocks. For example, there are initiatives to drive for the further convergence of the network, including both data center networking and also what we call the DCI, data center interconnection. We do see there are technical initiatives to drive the cloud computing, not only focusing on manage and provisioning the resource in the data center, but also extend it to the edge. So there's a term called what we call the cloud edge synergy. There are development efforts continue to put on improving the resource, including networking, storage, computing that are managed by the so-called cloud platform. So you will continue seeing a high capability networking, storage, and computing product for you to solve a problem. Intelligent data, as we discussed earlier, is all about an effective data lifecycle management system so that people can manipulate the data effectively. So there will be effort driving for such a direction. Facility, it had always been a direction for intelligent facility, or what we call the layer 1 facility, to continue lower the PUE and at the same time driving for green. So we believe among all those initiatives, we believe one of it is really now the time to change the way people the technology used for battery. So we will talk more about it later. And then of course O&M, people talking about intelligent O&M. So AI has been used intensively for O&M, and this is what we call there's a term called AI ops. As a matter of fact, this is just the technology. People are using AI to improve the so-called system lifecycle management. So these are the 6 building blocks we can see. We use to build the overall High DC architecture. But when we design the High DC architecture, we also based on the following principle. First, end-to-end architecture. It looks pretty trivial. we need to come up with architecture telling everybody how these building blocks are connected together, working together, and people need to know exactly where they are heading to. But at the same time, while we have the end-to-end architecture, the architecture should also be very flexible in the sense that allow the customer, allow the user to pick the component they want to start with based on their own requirements or based on their own situation. And on top of it, we also see adaptation will always be used between modules or between building blocks or between layers in order for the modules to collaborate better to come up with an even powerful solution. One of the typical examples is what we call the IP and optical convergency. Another example is actually the storage and data center networking convergency. So we will talk about it in a minute. And then the fourth principle, or the basic idea, basic logic we follow is actually what we call the AI everywhere. So we find AI very useful, not only in terms of O&M, but also in terms of improving the capability, functionality, performance. AI can be used for basically almost all dimensions. Because of that, we have the concept what we call the AI everywhere. So moving forward, most, if not all of our product will come with AI capability. That means there will be AI chipset. And then, of course, high availability, secure, open standard. This is also the fundamental when we design the overall high DC architect. So as a quick summary, there are different building blocks. There are different technology initiatives for each of this building block, but at the same time, we also based on the basic principle to work on the high DC architecture. So let's go one level down, talking about the building block and the technical initiative for each of the building block. As said, one of the major initiatives is to drive for further convergence of the networks. And when we say network, it's actually including both data center networking and also DCI, data center interconnection. So if you look at the diagram here, quite a lot of organizations, for example, the banks, as of today in their data center, they are not only using Ethernet. They are also using InfiniBand or FC for high-performance computing or storage because of the limitation of the traditional Ethernet in terms of packet loss and also in terms of latency. This so-called fee-septic network approach actually creates problems not only in terms of O&M management, because you have more network so from management standpoint it's much more complicated, but at the same time you also create silos of data and resource. So the data and the resource cannot be used effectively. So there has been an effort in the market in the last few years actually trying to address it. So RDMA over Ethernet, or what we call the WOCI, ROCE, is actually the one of the initiative, one of the effort that actually the industry is actually trying to address this problem. To a certain extent, WOCI does help in terms of lower the latency, but this is still not enough. People figure out that it's still not enough to support the applications or requirement that fiber channels or InfiniBands are supporting. So because of that, actually Huawei is actually putting quite a lot of R&D effort trying to address this problem. So AI Fabric is actually the solution that we build, which is the data center networking technology, but built in with AI capability on both algorithm and chipset. So with that, we are able to achieve zero packet loss, which is actually at least on par with the competitive technology like InfiniBand and fiber channel, but at the same time it's able to increase the bandwidth utilization, the overall bandwidth, and at the same time lower the latency. So we have done quite a number of tests and also large scale implementation. For example, the scale out storage running on top of AI Fabric. We figured out that it proved that zero packet loss, significantly almost 30% in terms of IOPS, and at the same time very low latency. So one of the messages we would like to share with you is that it is now really the time to converge the SEPIC network into standard unified Ethernet together with our AI Fabric. As we said, convergence is not only talking about convergence within the data center. People are also talking about convergence between data center, which is what we call data center interconnection. So you look at the network, data center interconnection is actually talking about technology in two different layers, the IP on top and also the optical backbone. So you look at the slide here, of course some of the optical technology continue to improve themselves for higher bandwidth and longer distance. So for example, you can expect sometime this year 80 G per lambda and 220 lambda per fiber. Then you can expect actually up to 88 T per fiber. This is actually the effort of the optical industry. But on top of it, people does look for convergence. So we do see synergy or solution working together to have a better synergy between IP and optical. But the point I really want to highlight is that the way the DCI convergence is very different to the way people do in DCN. So in DCN, people are actually talking about convergence on both data plane and also the control and management plane. But in the DCI, the direction is very different. So there's no attempt to converge the IP and the optical on the data plane. But the solution is actually to converge through the consolidation in the control plane and management plane. So by leveraging this convergence in the management plane and the control plane, people can do much better provisioning. People can have much better capability in terms of, for example, route optimization, link failure protection, all that. So the second message to you is that DCI IP optical convergence is also the direction in the market that improve our high DC solution, and then also improve the so-called digital transformation. The second initiative on top of what we call the network convergence is what we call the cloud edge synergy. So cloud computing to us is basically a technology that manage or provision the resource effectively and dynamically to adhere or to react to response to the business requirement. So in the past, most of the effort are focusing on manage and the provision the resource in the data center or between data center. So you see the effort continue putting effort to improve or to work on IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and also the convergence of it in order to have a better functions and performance. At the same time, people are also working on what we call the multi-cloud. So the cloud can be hybrid, can be a public, can be private, or can be multi-private, multi-public, so that people can move the loads and processing powers effectively. So this is what we call the multi-cloud, hybrid cloud convergence. But the market also now realize that that's getting more and more intelligent in the edge. And as a matter of fact, because of AI, the edge will be getting more and more intelligence. So now people realize that they need to further improve the capability of cloud computing in two dimensions. One dimension is actually talking about cloud edge synergy or collaboration. So that means one single cloud platform should be used to unify and provision, manage, provision the resource both on the data center but also in the edge. The second dimension is that because in the edge there are many different type of design, many different type of device endpoint with very different architecture, very different technology, and also very different capability. So the cloud computing together with the edge computing, the so-called cloud edge synergy, is also required to manage much more different type of resource. So this is actually the direction on the so-called cloud computing. So this cloud edge synergy are used in almost every single industry. So just two examples here, for example, like auto driving. Auto driving is a very typical example of synergy between cloud computing and edge computing. MEC, for those who familiar with the telco or mobile solution. So mobile edge computing, or now we call multi-asset edge computing, is also a very typical usage of the solution actually developed on what we call the cloud edge computing. So the second initiative, cloud need to take care edge. The third initiative, as I said earlier, is actually people continue putting effort to further develop the resource in the data center, which are managed by the cloud computing or provisioned by the cloud computing, including compute, storage, and networking. In compute, the direction has been very clear in the market now. So people are now moving from simple just 86 to heterogeneous computing. So there will be different type of processor developed to match with different type of application. So in the market, you will continue to see 86 to be used. At the same time, ARM will be an option for CPU. People may also use FPGA for those application or service that are latency sensitive, for example. And a lot of effort are actually developing NPU for AI and deep learning. So this is actually one of the major initiatives in the compute market, moving from 86 to heterogeneous computing, different type of processor. On storage, people are actually talking about, it is already a common consensus in the market, people are moving from hard disk to flash. And so that's why people actually come up with an all-flash platform for storage. The market is also talking about another type of storage, what we call the storage cache memory, which is now used as a cache for SSD as of today. Moving forward, I mean, when the SCM will be used as a primary storage, we know, but people believe that because of the cost reason, the next few years will still be very much flash or SSD driven. The second initiative we see in the storage is actually what we call the change of the interface technology used in the storage. So we will continue seeing the large-scale deployment using Walkie as an interface between the controller and the flash. So because of that, I mean, people can go for converged Ethernet solution with no using technology like IB or fiber channel that actually create capacity in terms of management. The Walkie will also, we believe, will also be used as the interface between the server and also the disk controller moving forward. And as a matter of fact, people are now already talking about the further improvement of Walkie. So NVMe over Web will be a direction moving forward, used as an interface in the storage area. Another direction for storage is continue driving for higher reliability. So fully AA architecture is actually direction for it. So with that, then you will see very high performance, very high reliability solutions for storage, which is completely based on flash. We talked about data center networking earlier, talking about when we talk about the convergency. So the direction, one of the key direction of DCN networking is to have a zero packet loss convergency network. But on top of it, people continue driving for higher bandwidth. So nowadays, I mean, the enterprise customer is moving to 100G, but in the market, people already talking about moving, developing, rolling out 400G solutions. So people continue driving for higher bandwidth in the data center networking. Software-defined become a very common function. People use software-defined for provisioning wherever is required. And intent-driven networking is actually a component built on top of SDN in order to have an even better provisioning or application-driven or service-driven services or networking. Optical transport, as we discussed earlier when we talked about the IP optical convergency. So the direction is actually talking about continue driving a high bandwidth. As I said earlier, 80 per fiber become available sometime this year. IP optical convergence is a major initiative. And on top of it, we also see an initiative, people talking about rolling out DC-centric optical solution. The reason for that is simplicity, okay? And on top of it, people also having software-defined capability on data center, what we call the optical transport product. And remember when we talk about IP optical convergency, DCI, there's also what we call the core routing. So IP optical convergency is one of the direction, and the core routing also driving for higher bandwidth, including moving from 100G moving to 400G, but 50G is also a direction on demand because of much in terms of cost. It's actually much better cost structure, and there are new protocol being rolled out to including, for example, segment routing, SRTE, SRv6, EVPN. These are all the attempt or the effort of the industry to simplify the overall routing architecture. And of course, I mean, programmable becomes the basic technique, and software-defined is also the common characteristic. So this is what we see in terms of resource, the technical initiative people are actually putting on to continue to improve the capability of each of these components. But among which, no matter for compute, storage, networks, no matter DCN or IP core or optical, the common characteristic is the common goal or common target is to continue driving for high performance, high capacity, lower latency, lower power consumption, and at the same time using AI for O&M. So this is just a snapshot of one of the products we talk about, storage. So Dorado is actually the platform we developed completely designed for all-flash, because we understand all-flash is a strategy, is a critical direction for storage. So you can see it is very fast, very high performance, 200 million IOPS, 0.1 millisecond latency, very high availability. So in a Dorado cluster, you can have up to 8 controller. The capability we build in is that it's able to have the function, the cluster still running, even under the situation that 7 controller out of the cluster failure is still working. And of course, I mean, we use, as I said, we use AI very intensively, actually not only on OEM, but also improving the overall function and capability performance on storage. So this is Dorado. The fourth initiative we talk about is what we call intelligent data. As I said earlier, it's all about effective data lifecycle management. So the key is to maximize the value of data per bit, minimize the cost per bit, and also shorten time to market so that you can support the business more effectively. So we see a lot of customer organization. There are still a lot of silo database because of maybe because of organization reason, or maybe because of the technology reason. We find that in a lot of customer case, there are a lot of silo database. So it is not difficult for people to realize that having too many silo database, it will be very difficult to maximize the value of data. So in the past few years, the technology market has been working hard trying to overcome this. For example, by making use the technology of big data. So to a certain extent, it does help, it does improve. Yeah, but because there's so many different technology or so many different engines within so-called big data technology. For example, MPPDB may be good for structured data inquiry. HIF may be good for patching. So we figure out that when people use different technology in organization for different application environment, it creates another level of data isolation. So one of the efforts we are working, the Her2 engine, is actually the effort we are trying to solve this data isolation problem. So with Her2, all these data store are actually interconnect, so that people do not need to migrate or replicate the data, and people do not need to use use different API. So at the end, they have much better performance. They're actually much faster application development effort because of the convergence capability, data conversion capability by Her2. Okay. Another dimension of problem we see using this what we call the scale technology is that we figure out that it also have an impact on the underneath infrastructure. So people need to, once again, by looking into the requirement this scale out technology put on the infrastructure, people come up with the concept what we call decoupling between database and underneath resource, and also decoupling between what we call a compute and storage resource. So there are a lot of reasons for that, and a lot of technology developed to have a better capability for that, and we can talk about it if we have chance. And on top of it, people also talking about using AI for two purposes. Of course, the O&M, and also, AI is a technology people use to optimize the data movement within the database, so that the data can be available and manipulated more effectively. So, as a summary, Huawei is actually getting more and more committed to come up solution on effective data lifecycle management in terms of, for example, different engine within the big data, so that you can continue to have a capability for certain application or certain application environment. But at the same time, we also come up with a data conversion capability like Her2, and also the AI ops or AI for database capability. The third initiative, as we mentioned earlier, is actually what we call the DC facility. So as said, the layer one facility technology market continue driving for lower PUE and also green. Okay, so there are actually a lot of effort putting on it. For example, like AI ops to maximize or to minimize the PUE. But we believe we really want to highlight one important area to revisit the material used for the battery. And we believe it is time to completely change the market, and moving from the traditional lead ASIC base to lithium-based technology for battery. Actually, lithium is actually better than lead ASIC in almost every dimension, including, for example, weight, including size of it, including in terms of management, in terms of service life cycle. So it's much better so lithium is actually much better than lead ASIC in that. The reason people do not move to there are actually two, in the past there are two major obstacles in terms of using lithium in data center: safety and pricing. But because of the developments and using new material for lithium, so what we call the LFP, now the safety problem has been addressed. And in terms of pricing, as a matter of fact, because of the deployment of the use of getting more and more, because of the technology development and also the volume of product or volume of lithium battery use in the data center, we do see the price of lithium drop significantly. As of today, I mean, lithium base is still a bit sensitive, a bit more expensive than the lead ASIC base. In terms of capex, but when we look at the total cost of ownership, actually lithium base is already better. So we really believe it is the time for the industry to move from lead ASIC base battery to lithium based battery. And on top of it, the so-called standard technology, Huawei also have additional design to further create better value. For example, we are able to have a single system that have both lead and lithium. So let's have a short video so that you can see.
Compared with traditional lead-acid batteries, this solution saves 70% of the footprint in typical scenarios. The industry's most secure lithium iron phosphate cell is used, and it does not fire when the heat is out of control. Unique active current sharing technology, supporting mixed use of old and new batteries, solving the problem of phased capacity expansion.
So there will be more information provided in case you're interested on what we call the technology direction and the product available on the lithium, or what we call the smart lithium. So the sixth initiative is actually intelligence O&M. People use AI intensively for O&M. So that's what the terms AI ops talking about. So in short, people are using AI for those collected data, either let's say from syslog or from NetFlow, whatever. It's just people using big data and AI technology to manipulate the data with the trained algorithm to improve the system life cycle management, all the way from deployment to emulation, testing, preventive maintenance, even self-healing. The point we would like to highlight is that all this solution is all talking about effective and dynamic, but deterministic. So people only treasure dynamic if deterministic, okay? And of course, I mean, AI ops can be used on different components within the total solution. So, but there's also an intention talking about to integrate and unify of it. So using AI for O&M is a direction. And if you look at the diagram on the right-hand side, it is actually one of the solution we developed for data center networking. So in short, Fabric Insight is AI ops solution we developed for data center networking system lifecycle management. So this is actually the overall direction. So we talk about the overall concept of high DC, the basic principle, the building block of it, the technical initiative of each of these building blocks. And of course, I mean, we also have products rolling out recently based on this high DC approach. So RX 900 and also RX family is actually the solution that we develop for AI using our own AI chipset and also the software we develop on it, where we have high performance for deep learning. I talk about Dorado as a high-end storage subsystem for all fetch storage. Cloud Engine is actually the AI fabric engine that we develop for data center networking, very high performance, reliable, at the same time with the AI capability that allow us to converge the so-called SEPIC free SEPIC network into one unified Ethernet network. DC 908 is actually the new platform we roll out for DC interconnection based on optical technology. It has all the benefits I talk about, for example, 80 per fibers and longer the coverage distance, and also DC centric for simplicity, all that. And smart lithium, I keep on talking about. Amongst all the initiative people work on to improve the green and PUE capability on level 1 facility, we really believe this is really the time, the age of people converting from the traditional ASIC or LED ASIC base to the innovative lithium-based battery UPS system. Smartly is actually the product that we roll out as a lithium battery. As a quick summary, high DC is actually talking about innovation at all layer and all component. So we do see at the architecture level, there are 4 major initiatives. Convergency, network convergency, for both data center networking and also DCI, what we call the data center interconnection. Even though the technology to be used are different because they are addressing different capability, we do see cloud edge, the extension of the cloud technology from managing and provisioning the resource in the data center or multi-data center and cover to that, so that people will come up and unify cloud for end-to-end. And then, of course, converging system for data lifecycle management. And there are different building blocks, different technology, continue increasing the performance, capacity, port density, bandwidth, but at the same time lower the latency and lower the power consumption for all the resource being used by the upper layer application, managed and provisioned by the cloud platform. And developments also down to component level, compute, including compute, heterogeneous computing, all different type of chipset, storage, moving from SSD or HDD to SSD, with our controller. Next step will be storage, SCM, storage class management, networking, including all optical chipset and also the what we call, for example, like RF, and even down to battery. So this actually hopefully give you some idea what we are talking about, what we are actually trying to achieve with our high DC architecture. And just to a quick summary, the high DC architecture is developed based on end-to-end architecture. It does have an end-to-end architecture telling you how to build such a system. It does provide competitive building block, which allow you to pick different building from us based on your own situation. We do put a lot of effort to do adaptation between building block for better, powerful capability. And given we have our own AI chipset and algorithm capability, we use AI intensively for basically almost all the product we roll out come with the built-in AI capability, hardware, and continue rolling out different application and service running on top of AI chipset. All the solution we develop based on the concept of high availability, secure, and intelligent O&M, open. So with that, thank you for your attention. We are ready to talk to you in case of any problems you may have. Thank you very much.
Huawei is also excited to be launching 4 new products today, exclusively here online. Powered by Huawei 5G and AI, these products are geared for the data flows of the intelligent world. Cho Hung, President of Global Marketing, is ready to tell us all about them.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are very excited to launch Huawei Enterprise Star products in 2020. So this year, we will have a lot of very competitive products. Today, we will list up 4 of them: Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, Optics Trans DC908, Ocean Store Dorado, and Smartly UPS. I would like to introduce one by one. First, Air Engine Wi-Fi 6. I guess many of you have already seen our advertisements in airports all over the world. We have put a lot of advertisement for this very competitive product. And we have already used a lot of 5G technologies to make our Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 different from other companies' product. So this new series will include 10 new products, different kinds of shapes, including round one, square one, indoor scenario usage, outdoor scenario usage, all kinds of products. And since we have already used 5G technology, our performance is completely different from other companies' product. So first, for the peak rate of our Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, it can reach more than 10 gigabps, double of the second fastest company in the world. And also for the latency, we can achieve only 10 millisecond latency. That's only 50% of the other company. And also, since we are using 5G key technology smart radio, the coverage of our product also at least 20% larger than other companies' product. And since we are using 5G networking technology, our Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 AP are not working separately. They can coordinate with each other to achieve the overall network performance increase. So for the first time in the world, we can realize 100 megabps everywhere in the campus, all because we have 5G technology. I would like to introduce to you one by one the advantage of our different technology and the benefits bring to our customers. So first, about speed. You know, in our small box of the Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 AP, we have integrated 16 antennas inside. So because other company, for the maximum, they only have 12 antennas. Our performance better. And also for the bandwidth of our Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 AP, we can support 160 megahertz, while other companies can only support 80 megahertz. So in total, the throughput, we can achieve 10 megabps peak rate for the first time in history of Wi-Fi. So here is a real demo in the laboratory. We started many streams of testing and to test the overall speed of the AP. So you can see in this real test, our AP have achieved the speed more than 8.3 gigabps for application layer data. So you have the equation to calculate the rate relationship between application layer and the physical layer. So we can get the result. For the physical layer rate, we have already reached 10.7 gigabps. It's a surprising speed for Wi-Fi. That is for the speed. And then let's talk about the coverage. So here you can see we are using the smart antenna technology. So we can form the beam with a beam forming technology. So you can see our beam is with a directional technology to the user. So with the same energy, the coverage can be larger. I will show you the real result in the laboratory. So here you can see we have two AP, one with smart antenna technology, the other without smart antenna technology. So from this video, you can see compared between the radius of coverage, the without one and the with one, the coverage is very, very different, at least 20% more with our 5G technology smart antenna. And then let's talk about latency. So, you know, we are using the 5G technology smart radio. So for the mission critical services, its packets will be sent with a high priority. So in this way, for the mission critical service, the latency can be reduced to as little as 10 milliseconds. And also for the handover between different AP, we use a similar technology. We can make the handover picture transmitted with even lower latency. So we can achieve packet lossless roaming. That's also other company, what the other company can't realize. And we have a short video just for fun to show the difference between Huawei, Air Engine, and other companies' product.
Smart radio for ultra-low 10 millisecond latency. Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, powered by Huawei 5G.
So our product is very fast for the speed, for the latency, and not only that. It's also faster for fault location. In the past, by manual way, when some problem happen, we can find the problem maybe in 4 hours. But now with the help of artificial intelligence, we can find the problem automatically with AI in less than 10 minutes. Now more than 85% of our faults can be done in this way. I will show you with a real demo, a real tool to find the problem. So here you can see when some problem happen, we first will find the user who raised a complaint. Then list up all the communications in problem, and then analyze the problem, the root cause. Here you can see the red one is a problem. Then the system analyzes the potential root cause and also gives a suggestion how to fix the problem. Everything automatic. So this can be done in less than 10 minutes. So here you can see powered by 5G and powered by AI. Huawei's Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 is very, very different from other companies' product. So with our new series of Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 AP, Wi-Fi 6 can change offices, can change works, and can also change public services. In fact, with our former series of Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, we have already achieved the #1 in market share. We believe with our new series, we can help our customers even more, even better. So after talking about the first product, Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, I would like to come to the second one, Huawei Optics Trans DC908. You know, Huawei is a leader of optical transmissions. We have already been the leader of optical communication for more than 10 years. Now, we fully utilize our advantages in optical communications to this product for enterprise market. This product will be used for DCI, data center interconnection. It has 3 main features. The first one is for per fiber, its capacity can be 88 terabits second. That's an amazing number. The second, one-click commissioning. The commissioning will be very easy because for enterprise market, many people feel optical is too professional, it's too difficult. But now we make optical product very easy to use. One-click commissioning and AI-powered O&M. Means for the commissioning, for O&M, you don't need any expertise. You don't need a very professional training. Anybody can use our optical product. That's amazing compared with the past product. So first, let's check the specification. So when we compare between Huawei Optics Trans DC908 with the industry's the second best product, you can still find a very huge gap between us. So first about the speed. The industry can realize the second fastest one can realize per fiber 60 terabps, while Huawei can achieve 88 terabit per second. And our power consumption is also much less. While for the commissioning, for the deployment of the network, for other companies, they need a professional engineer, take several days to finish the deployment. While for Huawei, anyone, one click, just several minutes, the deployment can be done. And for the O&M, while other companies still don't know what is the intelligence, we have already fulfilled the function in our product. We have AI-ready O&M. It can do fault prediction. It can do troubleshooting. That is what other companies even don't have a plan. So first, about the speed. Why Huawei can achieve 88 terabit per second for every fiber? Two reasons. The first one, we are using higher modularization scheme to achieve higher spectrum efficiency. In the past, 400 gigabps per wave is used. Now we can realize 800 gigabps per wave because we are using 64 QAM for the modularization. And also we are using even broader bandwidths for the transmission. Now we are using both C-band and L-band together. So with even better modularization and broader bandwidths, we can achieve 88 terabit per second for each optical fiber. You will ask why you can use higher modularization while other companies can't do. because we have a new ODSP, we can down the 800 gigabps speed. It's in-house designing. We feel very proud. And then here is a demo to show how we can do the one-click commissioning. So you can see automatic NE connection, automatic connection discovery, and then automatic wavelength identification, automatic commissioning, and then service adaptation. Everything done automatically. You just need anyone to push the button. One click, then in 8 minutes, the commissioning is done. While in the past, 4 days will be needed, and a very professional knowledge and skill will be needed in the past. Now, no need. We not only for software side, we have done it, for the hardware side, we integrate 5 boxes into 1 box. So you don't need to do the fiber connection, which we used to do in the past. So for the hardware side, for the software side, easy. Just 1 click, commissioning can be done. That's incredible in the past. And then about AI-powered O&M. We are using the AI algorithm for the fault detection and the root cause analysis. So now, 60% of our gradual faults can be predicted. So the maintenance can be done in advance. And 90% of alarms have already been decreased because now we can find the root cause. So for each fault, we just raise 1 alarm, not like in the past, maybe 1 root cause can produce a lot of alarms. So you can see our new DCI product, Optic Trans DC908, is very fast speed and also very easy to use with AI, with our optical leading technologies. Then we come to our third product, our Ocean Store Dorado. I think you have already seen this advertisement in many airports. This is a very competitive product. I would like to show you what's the difference between this new series and the former series. You know, our older version of Ocean Store Dorado used to be the fastest in the world. And now we have a new one. The new series is even faster, more stable, and powered by AI. What does it mean compared with the past? First, for the speed. Now with our new series of Ocean Store Dorado, our speed is twice as fast as the industry's second fastest one. We can achieve 20 million IOPS. That's a very fast speed. And also for the latency, only 81 millisecond latency can be achieved. That's 83% shorter compared with the second fastest company in the industry. And when talking about stability, we have no competitor. In our Ocean Store Dorado, we have 8 controllers. Even 7 of them is broken. It can still work. No other company can do that. And also for the intelligence. We use the intelligence to do the system integration. So for all the Ocean Store Dorado product, for the new version, they can work together. You don't need any data migration when you are using the old system and the new system. That's also what other companies can't do. So it's a really very revolutionary product. What does the faster speed mean? You may ask, how we can use so fast product? So first, whenever there's a database, whenever there's virtualization, whenever there's VDI, Ocean Store Dorado mean a lot. Means a completely different experience. When there's a database scenario, our transaction can be 5 times faster. For when there's virtualization, the efficiency can be increased by 97%. And when there's VDI, the response time can be reduced by 80%. We will have a short video to show the difference between Huawei Ocean Store Dorado and other companies' storage product. So for the first round, you can compare the specification. You can see Huawei's specification is better. And for the second round, we will compare the transaction capability for database scenario. So you can see for transaction, Ocean Store Dorado is much faster than the competitor's product. Round 3 is for OLAP scenario, the database analysis scenario. And finally, round 4 for the VDI scenario. We can compare the time for the display content comes out. So you can see for all scenarios, Huawei's Ocean Store Dorado is faster. And our Ocean Store Dorado is not only fast, it's also very stable. We are using the smart matrix architecture for our storage controller. That's why we have 8 controllers, even 7 out of them are broken. The storage can still work. That's uncomparable by other companies. We can, from the comparison, you can see most of the companies, other companies, if one controller is broken, the whole system is down. For some other company, they can support 2 controllers broken, but only Huawei can support 7 out of 8 controllers broken. That's amazing. Sets a new benchmark for reliability. So let's talk about money, okay? TCO. not only very good, it also saves money. So here's a calculation to calculate the whole lifespan, TCO. In this real case, we can find out that for the 5-year lifespan, Ocean Store Dorado can save 78% of the TCO. So you can see fast, stable, and affordable, good in all aspects. Today, not only Ocean Store Dorado, we have another storage product, the one more Ocean Store new product. It is a distributed storage with Pacific capacity. The feature of this product is high density. In one box, 5U, it can include 120 disks because we are using special engineering technology. So this kind of heat dissipation, engineering, and so on issues can be resolved. That makes our system save space. Compared with the conventional one, it can save more than 62% of the space. And also the disk utilization is much higher. We give you a real example. So in this real case, 22 PB storage are used for R&D log inside system. With the former system, 15 cabinets will be needed. Now with our new product, only 2 computer cabinets and 3 storage cabinets will be needed. So you can see from 15 cabinets to 5 cabinets, 66% reduction. Okay? And then come to our final product today, Smartly UPS. In fact, Huawei is leading in UPS for a long time. For the past 4 years, we keep the #1 market share in UPS market. The reason is that our UPS efficiency is much higher than all other companies. We can achieve 97% of UPS efficiency. The source is TUV. And also our footprint compared with the #1 space saving company, we can achieve 30% less footprint. That's why customers love our product and we have achieved #1 in the market share. Now we have an even better one. We have an even better one. So here you can see, with the new Smartly technology, our product will be even lighter, even less footprint, and the lifespan will be doubled. Also, since we are using very special management technology, we can achieve one thing other companies can't do. That's to mix the old battery and the new battery together in one UPS system. For other companies, this is not possible because they don't have active current balancing technology. With this technology, old battery and new battery can be put together and the efficiency can still be kept the same. So we feel very proud for this product. Here's a short video to tell you the difference between the old one and the new one.
Lithium iron phosphate cell is used, and it does not fire when the heat is out of control. Unique active current sharing technology, supporting mixed use of old and new batteries, solving the problem of phased capacity expansion.
So this is a miniature of this real product. The real product will be 2 meters high. So here we can check the designing here. This is a very special part of this product with our proprietary technology. We have the management system to manage to put the new generation of Li battery with the old generation Li battery together. They can in the same system. So here, when you check this battery, it can be either the new one or the old one. That's very unique. Only Huawei can do that. And if you check the side of this equipment, you will find some surprising thing. We have included firefighting system in our UPS system. So here you can see the white cable. It's a cable to carry fire extinguishing material. So if there was a fire, of course, nobody look forward to that. It can spray the extinguishing material to kill the fire. That's a very unique design. So we feel very proud for this product. So today, we announced 4 leading products. The Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, we use 5G technology for it, so it can achieve more than 10 gigabps peak rate. It can achieve less than 10 millisecond latency, and also it can achieve 20% larger coverage compared with the other company. And also, for our optics trans DC 908 product, it fully utilizes our strengths in optical communications and our AI technology advantages to make this system both very strong and very smart. It can achieve per fiber 88 terabps speed, and also it can achieve one-click commissioning, AI-powered O&M. That means you need no professional expertise for Huawei's optical product. You just need anyone to do the one-click, anyone to use the AI O&M system. So it's very simple to use for customer, for our distributor. And the third product comes our Ocean Store Dorado, the new series of product. So with this new series, we can achieve 20 million IOPS. That's much faster than our competitor. And also it can achieve unbelievable high reliability. Even 7 out of our 8 controllers broken, the system can still work. Only Huawei can do that. Then finally, comes to our smartly UPS. It has a very high efficiency for the UPS, 97%. That's the highest in the world. And also with our new smartly system, the space taken can be only 1/3 compared with before. And the power consumption can also be only 1/3 compared with before. The weight can be only 1/3 of before. So with our new system, we can use any office room as an office, as a data center. So we feel very proud for our new products. We believe our new products will help our customers' digital transformation and help to achieve our new vision, bring digital to every organization for a fully connected, intelligent world. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on day 2 of Huawei's Industrial Digital Transformation Conference. If you'd like to watch any of our live casts again, they'll be available very soon, right here. And of course, you can also explore the latest in ICT and more at e.huawei.com. And thanks for joining us today.